Hi everybody, my name is Beth and I'm a cabinet painter, and I just wanted to show you how I prep the cabinet doors for paint. You'll do this the same way in the kitchen on the stiles, which are the actual cabinet themselves without the doors. It's very, very simple. We are prepping it for paint. This is not for staining. I just want to make everyone aware of that, and I am literally just going to scuff sand these doors. Now, normally what we'll do is we will clean them with a solution like Simple Green, and then we will lightly scuff sand them, dust them off, and then use good old rubbing alcohol to wipe down just to give an extra clean bit to the surface and also evaporate any moisture left by the cleaning solution. So what I've got here is 180 grit sandpaper. It's just a little sanding block. I've already done these, but when you scuff sand, we're literally just going lightly over the surface, and I always do this before I kind of get really detailed into cleaning, unless it's super, super dirty. But this is why. See that? I didn't see that before I started sanding. Once you sand, a lot of like the little dirty spots will automatically start to show up. So it kind of gives you an idea of where you'll need to clean afterwards. So like here's an example. Just gonna go very lightly over this. You don't want to sand away the clear coat. You just want to kind of scuff it up. But if you see what happens while I'm sanding it, you can start to see where the little bits of dirt and stuff that we'll have to address are popping up. So it kind of helps you see where you're going to need to clean. And I just go through all of them and then get everything nice and lightly sanded. It's all that's needed just to give some adhesion to your paint, and then then you'll be ready to go. So I want to show you guys something. Here is an area where you can see it really showed up while I was sanding, which means that there's something. It could be, you know, I think these were linen, so it could be lotion from someone's hands. It could be, you know, just grease from fingerprints. So let me see. A lot of times, if you gently go over these areas with the sanding sponge, the sanding alone will take it right off. Let's see how this works. Yeah, just like that. See that? So I already went over it very lightly with my sanding sponge, but you could see this stuff here. And if you just lightly sand it, it'll come right off. And then you won't need to use like a heavy-duty cleaning product. And I'm being really gentle with this. Not putting a lot of pressure. Again, you don't want to get rid of that clear coat. You just kind of want to really scuff it up. But there we go. Yeah, see, a lot of times when you see these spots showing up, you just give it a little bit more attention with your sanding sponge in those little areas. It'll take all that stuff right off. And then you won't have to use cleaning products on your cabinets. Okay, and now that I have everything sanded, I'm going to take just an old brush. This is a 4-inch wide brush. It got paint on it, so I had to cut some of the little hairs off, but still works good for dusting stuff off. I just like to go through and dust everything off. Now that everything has been sanded down, I don't have my shop vac plugged in. You can use a shop vac. I pretty much kind of use one or the other. I didn't feel like plugging in my shop vac today. I've only got 15 doors that I'm doing instead of like the usual 30 or 40. So this is just as easy. Okay, now this part's really important. I have a rag here. I think they're just like cut up pieces of t-shirt. It's a no lint rag. You can get a big bag of them at Home Depot or Lowe's for relatively cheap. And here's my rubbing alcohol. Now, normally we would use denatured alcohol, but in California, it was banned for a while. I think they actually have it back on the shelf now, but it's considered a fuel, so it's different. It's just more of a hassle to buy. 91% isopropyl alcohol will do the exact same job as the denatured alcohol. All it's doing is evaporating any moisture in the wood. Now, I did not use any cleaning products on here. I didn't have to. Everything was already very, very clean, and any little like smudges that I saw came off with my sanding sponge. So the rubbing alcohol I'm going to go over with, and it will get rid of little bits of oils and stuff left over from people's hands that might show up in the paint. It's also just going to prepare the surface for painting. So I literally just get some on my rag. Now it's really important to do this quickly, okay? You don't want to spend a lot of time on this. And the reason is because alcohol will melt paint. Now, it's fantastic for getting grease up. Like, I love using rubbing alcohol in my kitchen. I'll use it on my stove. I'll use it on my vent hood, above my my oven, or even on my microwave. I've got one that goes up over my my stove, so that'll get greasy and stuff too. And rubbing alcohol, let me tell you guys, is great for getting grease off. But I want to move quickly, and I just want to get a good thorough swipe on the surface. I like to shove my finger in this little groove and then just do it very quickly. Sorry about the video. I know it's bouncing everywhere and paying attention to what I'm doing. But the reason being is because this is going to activate that clear coat that's left over. So you don't want to do it too much. If you feel it start getting sticky, then you've held the alcohol on there too far. Bye. See you later. Have a good one. Sorry, my customer was leaving while I was doing my video. So anyway, what I was saying is if you don't want to go too slow, if you feel it start getting sticky, it's fine. Keep going. Just move faster. Now these aren't feeling sticky, so I'm kind of happy about that. It gives me a little bit more time to work with it, but the quicker the better. Just, you know, keep it as a rule of thumb. If you do feel it start getting sticky, don't panic. Just keep going and move faster. And that's it. These are nice and clean. You can't even really tell that they were sanded down until you look, maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. All I did was really get rid of the high gloss sheen on some of these. This one you can see a little bit better. It's not as shiny. But all you're doing is lightly scuffing the surface. That was what all I did was scuff sand. And these are ready for paint. So I'm going to flip them over, do the exact same thing onto the other side, and that's it. They're done and ready to go. Tomorrow I'll go ahead and post a video of how I paint the styles. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.